Jordan here doing another Saber review. It's been a while since I've done a review, and I have picked up a couple of the latest ASP-inspired new releases from Saber Forge. And the first one that I picked up was the two-toned standard finish, I believe, Shadow Hunter. As you all know, for the most part, I'm a huge thin neck fan, and on top of that, I'm a big Old Republic fan, and this gave me a real Old Republic feel to it. I also love that every bit of this hilt is different than anything that I own. The pommel is a new style pommel. The lower grip section is new to these are all ASP parts, which is actually a really cool idea for Saber Forge. It allows them to create new designs and release them and name them on a whim and actually, create a saber without having to machine all new pieces to create a new saber. They got a million different options now, and the design team over there can sit down with all the ASP parts and design us new sabers, which is pretty awesome. So I love the pommel on this. I love the design of it. It's very simplistic, but it gives you that radiator, generated style look. The two level grip here, where we have the outer shroud and then the inner shroud, is really nice touch. Very well done. I like the middle choke switch section here. It's very simplistic, but it looks great on the saber. Then we have a thin neck adapter piece right here, which allows the thin neck to seat into the switch section nicely. And then we have this absolutely gorgeous thin neck section here, which I love. It's stunning. It's beautifully done. The way these aluminum rings just really stick out from the black neck. And then, of course, we have the 2016 version Gladius Suba emitter. And with all thin necks, we have the choke that sticks out. This will actually go inside the blade and allow the blade to stay nice and snug. Now, I did realize when I first got this saber, this is a warrior tier. There's no sound. I'm going to install, a prism or a nano biscuit in there more than likely. But I need some new duelers, so this is going to be one of them. And then I also got the Descendant coming today, so there'll be a review on that as well coming soon. But I needed some new duelers. I had parted with my Destinies and things like that, so I got these, and they're just this is an extremely comfortable hilt. The weight is fantastic. It's just an all-around really nice, simple thin neck saber that isn't to any Canon hilt. It's its own thing. Because it's ASP compatible, you can swap out the pommels. You can take this pommel off if you want, and you can put this pommel on, and they all just go together. I mean, they're interchangeable now, which is really cool. So you're not stuck with one particular design. Also, when you do order these, they do come with that Loctite that Saber Forge uses to keep everything snug for when you're dueling. A little heat application on this, and it'll come right loose, and you can put a new thin neck on here. You can move the switches around, whatever you want to do. But overall, it's a really, really nice saber. Now, a really neat add-on that they did to this saber are these two retention screws, not one but two. When I first got the saber, I had to try out the blade, because everybody knows with your thin neck saber, on most of them, with the one retention screw, you get that wobble. And it's not the thin neck, it's not the choke, it's the blade and pivoting. The blade is going to flex. So when you insert the blade, it's going to flex when you swing it around. This is a 37-inch blade, so when I'm swinging it and all that's hanging on to the blade is that inch right there, about an inch and a quarter, you have a whole lot of blade out here that's going to flex. So when you feel that wobble, that's the blade just flexing. It's not anything wrong with the emitter. But by them adding that extra retention screw there and there, that doesn't happen. If it does happen, you're swinging really, really hard, and shouldn't be doing that because you could hurt somebody. But that extra retention screw helps keep that blade from that wobble feeling you get. So that's a really good addition that Saber Forge made. Yeah, so I got lime green, which is crazy bright. It's 12 watt plus lime green. I don't know if I'm going to keep this lime green in there or if I'm going to put a Tri-Cree in there. I haven't decided yet. I love Saber Forge's lime green. Besides the Rebel lime, it's one of my favorite lime greens because it's still green and it's not yellow. A lot of lime greens are extremely yellow, and it kind of drives me nuts. It's like my Valor I just did. I wanted that to be yellow, and it was more lime green than yellow. So I'm going to play with, when I do another one, I'm going to play with the diodes a little bit better and the resistors. But yeah, guys, this is it. The Saber Forge Shadow Hunter, and I'm assuming Shadow Hunter is a light side name, so this is supposed to be a Jedi hilt, I guess. So I love it. I think it's great. I love how the thin neck and the gladiator the emitter here acts as a suba, so it protects your hand if you want to hold it on a high choke. I tend to hold mine around the switch section or the lower area, but this is extremely comfortable right here to grip it. And you have this dummy switch here that is printed by Laser Forge. It's not the old metal switch, and as far as I know, they're very easy to get out now because they're not glued in with super glue anymore. They have this little putty stuff down in there, so they're easy to pop out if you want to add a recharge port, or eliminate the tactile switch here and put in a momentary switch. So they make it very easy to do your own installs, and the DIY installer has exploded. There are new InstaSmiths everywhere out there today, and this, I don't see an issue with that. I love the fact that people are learning to do things on their own and they're taking this hobby to a whole nother level. So Saber Forge has really helped bring that to the forefront, as well as the Custom Saber Shop with their modular system MHS sabers as well. So you have multiple solutions now to go to when you want to design and build your own saber. So with that being said, let's put a blade in here and see what she looks like all lit up. She's extremely bright. The blade choke is extremely tight. And like I said, we have the 2 retention screws this time, not just the 1. So we'll put that in there. It's a very long screw because it's got to go through this really thick emitter. So that's 1 and then 2. And we'll just keep going because deep. So there we are, and this is the Saber Forge 12 watt plus lime green, and extremely bright, really nice color. The camera doesn't do it justice. It's a very nice lime green, really cool. So this is the color right there. And that's not even, that's close to it. So that's pretty good there. But yeah, it's a great green, extremely bright. And I love the way the V4 blades diffuse the light. But yeah, this is a Shadow Hunter. I do wish they put a this is their 2.0 cover tech knob. I wish they would have done that two-tone as well, because it would have gone perfectly with the hilt being two-tone. Now the fact that I'll be changing this hilt up a little bit, it's not a big deal, but definitely would do a two-tone hilt there. Should be standard, or two-tone cover tech knob on the hilt should be standard for this saber. And maybe they do, maybe they just ran out of the two-tone cover tech knobs when they made my saber, no big deal. I have plenty of cover tech knobs, so it's no biggie. But yeah, guys, this is a really comfortably awesome saber. It's super comfortable. It's balanced extremely well, and it's going to be one of my new duelers. So yeah, I like it a lot. It's been a while since I've done a Saber Forge saber review, and I wanted to do one. And these past few thin neck sabers that Saber Forge has put out has prompted me to pick some up And being that they're on the Etsy shop makes it really easy. There's no wait. Go in there and pick them up. And now I think you can even get them empty on the Etsy shop. My Descendant Saber that I'm getting from the Etsy shop is empty. So I'm assuming you can get the Shadow Hunter empty as well. So if you really want to go 100% DIY, install it. You don't even have to get the Warrior tier if you don't want to. I just like the lime green, and for me, it's just a way to get that LED, and I can just throw the soundboard in with it. So there it is, guys, the Saber Forge Shadow Hunter. And this is a gorgeous, beautiful hilt. It's stunning. It really is amazing. I love this pommel. The pommel and this area here are my favorite part, other than the neck. But yeah, it's extremely comfortable to hold. So there it is, guys. Saber Forge Shadow Hunter. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.